What's up, nerds? Shinji here, and today we're gonna go with the long-awaited China button tutorial on how to fix the Z-buttons on them, because they're pretty crap when they come out of the bag. So with that said, let's start with getting your controller ready, and grab the controller, unscrew the screws, and remove the shell. So with that done, what you want to do is remove the current first-party Z-button, and here it is, just to show, and grab your whatever color you want to do on for the China button. So with this one, I'm gonna start with the black China button because this one has not been modified yet, but this blue button has been modified. So let me show you the differences between the two. First off, the back pin here, that does not exist here. So let me throw up the graphic here. With this graphic provided by Courtdale on the custom GameCube controller server on Discord. Shoutouts to him. He provided a little bit of a guide on how to fix these buttons, on how to make them fit. But with this method, I find it very inconsistent and pretty tedious. Mainly because you have to file it in a specific way, and if you don't get it filed correctly, you're just gonna spend and waste your time just trying to get it right. But with this method it's a bit more consistent on getting it correct. So the way these buttons look now is quite different. So let me pop up this window here just so I can see myself. You see these pins, the back pin and the front pin. With the modified button, you see a little bit of it shaved off for the front pin, but the whole back pin has been removed. So what you want to do is essentially that. So with this, let me grab my needle file set. Now you can use a needle file set, you can use an X-Acto knife, you can use tweezer pliers. Tweezer pliers being like the easiest way. So combining the tweezer pliers with the a needle file kit set, that would be your best combo option. So with these, you can get these for like about $10 to $12 on Amazon, and the tweezer pliers for about the same cost, if not $8. So with that in mind, let's get this started. So what you want to do first is remove the back pin, and that's pretty easy. Just grab your pliers and just remove it. Boom, done. Next, you want to start filing on the front pin where it goes and connects to the front shell, and start filing halfway there. Now you want to go to the bottom of the button. See how it's like this. Turn it upside down to its belly, and then you just file away from that direction. Don't file too much, otherwise it will not fit correctly. But just do it about like halfway-ish. At least halfway. Or rather, at most halfway. Definitely at most. So, shave as much as you can, and then just start blowing out the dust. And then just put the Z trigger on, as well as the back shell. Now, to test them, to see if you got it right or not, is you can do what I call the one screw method, where you screw in just one screw to the top left screw hole. That way it simulates the controller being completely screwed in, but only to the most important part, which is the Z button, and start clicking away. Start testing the button. Now with this, it actually feels pretty good. Not only that, it's not really moving too much. Now, there is a chance of the button itself moving a lot or pretty loosely if you did the filing a bit too much. It may just like move around a lot, but if it does, it's no big deal. It'll still work. So with this, it actually does work. So what we're gonna do is remove the screw again and add the metal brace. Now to add the metal brace to the China buttons, what you want to do is just use a pair of tweezers remove the middle brace, and it's pretty easy to do that. Just watch myself do this. Grab the middle brace and just pop it up. Now it was pretty easy for me to do that, but with the first party Z-buttons, when you do it for the first time, it's going to require a little bit more force. So don't be too discouraged. It's pretty easy. Now we're just going to apply the middle brace here. Just trying to jam it in there. And then once it's jammed in there, you just do the same steps as before. Add in the back plate, use the one screw method, and then test the button out again. Now it feels more like an actual Z button. So with that said, I'm actually going to change this back up to the blue Z button because I'm trying to convert this orange spice controller into a blue/orange combination. And since they're both like complementary colors, I think that's going to look pretty cool. So I'm going to do that, and then after I do that, I'm just going to test out the controller on Smash 4. So buttons there. Force that bitch in there, and I kind of fucked up. Okay. You can also use your finger for it, depending if you have like pretty thin fingers like I do. Boom, I just got it. And then just like jam that bitch in there. Okay, I'm done with that. Just gonna apply the button like I do normally. And also one more thing. I actually forgot to mention this because I'm pretty dumb. You need to cut those handles off, and to cut those handles off, you're gonna need those pliers that I mentioned, those tweezer pliers. And what you want to do is cut here and here. Now let me show you from the picture. As you can see, there's like those two little bars underneath the Z button hole for the front shell. You want to cut those out. Now the reason those things are there in the first place are because they are kind of like a backup support for holding the Z button together. Because sometimes the front pin for the Z button on the first party buttons, they can break. If like with enough use, they can actually break off. And as a little safety net, Nintendo added those little handles to catch the Z button from falling into the shell, just in case. But that being said, it's still a bit weird as to why they even did that, because even if that were the case, the motherboard would still catch the Z button from falling, but just in case, I suppose. But even so, I don't know. If the most you'll just get like a really big indent here. I don't know. It's whatever. But it just goes to show that Nintendo really puts a lot of thought into their controller designs. So I respect that heavily. So with that, I'm gonna put in the Z button back together. Use the one screw method again. Switch back into me, because I know you guys can't see. Boom. Test the button out. A bit loose. It's a bit loose, but it's perfectly fine. It's still usable. It clicks nice and responsively. Let's plug her in to Smash 4. Here's the setup. Here's the plug. Alley-oop. Okay. Triggers need a little bit of lubrication. Just a little bit. So, Z-button, boom, boom, boom. Get him out of here. But yeah, the Z button functions perfectly, quite normally. So with that said, that's pretty much the guide on how to fix your China button Z buttons. Now, just to like do a little bit of a recap, what you want to do is essentially just bring up this photo again. First things first, grab your shell, remove the first party Z button, and start using your pliers, your tweezer pliers, and cut those handlebars off for the front shell, from the front shell. Next, what you want to do is remove the back pin from the Z button. Just make sure this is the back pin, right? Go into me. This is the back pin right here, where it touches the back shell. Make sure you cut that off. Okay. Next, you want to file the front pin halfway, and do it from the bottom, from the belly. Just shave that off up to the max, like halfway there, and then just put the Z button in, and make sure the metal brace is in there as well. Then just put the button back onto the shell as you normally would do with the controller, and there you go. That's usually how it should be. But yeah, with that said, the mod is pretty good when you get it correct. It feels really good. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you want to commission me to do the trim for you, or just like buy my own set of buttons, when you buy button sets from me, I will actually do the trims for you. That way you don't have to do it yourself. Compared to other resellers who like get these China buttons, they don't do that, or not even sell the Z buttons at all. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Shinji. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to listen to more GameCube controller related videos. I may delve on to pro controllers and all that maybe in the future. Who knows? But we'll see. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.